All right, it's A3C weekend. We having a good time. I got a brother who I'm inspired by his faith, man. He moved from New York to LA, from LA to Atlanta to pursue music. We got Kenneth Clark.
Hey, what up?
Yo, what is good? It is Ruslan with KingsDreamENT.com. This channel exists to encourage, empower, inspire you to live out God's dream. We cover all kinds of different stuff, but I think the faith journey of an artist is very important. And this is somebody that I've met a couple months ago at an event called Rhetoric. He did the opening set, killed it. Hung out with him a couple times, and I admire his faith. Kenneth Clark, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm blessed, bro.
Yeah?
I'm blessed.
Yeah, your last name is Clark, right?
Yeah,
okay, I was like, it's late. It's late. I want to make sure I'm not
good.
disrespecting you like that.
Nah, for sure.
Yo, so we met, and
Right.
your story was very interesting to me. You're an artist. You make like a hybrid of like R&B, soul, trap, hip hop. Is that fair?
Now I do that, yeah.
Yeah.
When I first started, it was early. It was like pop, EDM, trends in there, but yeah.
Yeah. So you start doing music, and what stood out to me the most was like you was like, yo, I was living in New York. I felt like God said, go to LA.
Yeah.
Boom, you uprooted your life. You went to LA to pursue music. Then you recently just moved to Atlanta, right? Tell a little bit about that backstory of like, how was it to just pick up and go like that? And how did you know that's what you were supposed to do?
Man, you just feel it. You just feel it in your spirit, man. You know, when I was in New York, born and raised in, Long Island, New York, it was actually off of a group situation that set us up in LA.
Okay.
Quit the job, stacked a little paper. And then in transition to LA, the group broke up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole situation was done, but I was already in transition.
Yep.
And I drove, man. I packed up the car and left.
You drove from New York to LA?
I drove from New York to LA,
have
bro.
Mercy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was rough, but I got there. But yeah, man, I just felt like I needed to go. I felt like there was something that I needed to get when I was in LA.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
man.
So you get to LA.
Yeah.
And the group breaks up.
The group broke up. It was a 3-piece, but then we turned into a 2-piece.
Okay.
It was a duo.
Yep.
Me and my boy LA.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Yep.
Man, and we started just shaking the city, man. But the music was different than it is now.
Y'all was doing more like gospel stuff?
Nah, we doing R&B, bro.
Oh, y'all was doing straight R&B?
Singing to the lady. It was all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Singing to the ladies.
We in Hollywood Boulevard, like hosting clubs, doing all that. Like it was like that situation, tables, stuff. You know what I'm saying? That whole LA life.
Yep.
And then like we ended up going different ways.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He actually ended up going Christian music. And I remember like, for the sake of the group, our manager at the time was like, "Hey, yo, you should do Christian music so y'all can stay together, so we can keep these situations." And I was like, "Man, I'm not doing no Christian music. What I look like doing?"
And now you're doing Christian music.
Crazy, crazy.
So tell me about just real quick. How did that transition happen? You don't want to do Christian music. Your partner starts doing Christian music. You're clearly not in a group anymore. What happened?
Bro, like I went solo. I was doing my thing solo.
Yep.
But I noticed like things were really dark. You know what I mean? Like I was just doing things that I just knew I shouldn't have done. You know what I'm saying?
Performing at the clubs.
Nah, I not just performing at the clubs, but just my lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my mom, she always sowed seeds. At a certain time, she let us do our own thing and kind of find God for our own.
Yep.
But then, it was things that your conscience was like, yo, the spirit was like, yo, what are you doing here? Even to the point, bro, like it was like where like drugs got involved, different things got involved. So it was like, what am I doing? Then right around that time, a friend of mine who was another co-writer with me, he needed to ride to church because he played drums. Okay. And I was like, yo, I'm going to just go to church. I'm not just going to pull up in front of the skirt. All right, peace, bro, I'll see you. I was like, I'm going to get dressed and go to church. And it was life-changing word. And when I went there, bro, like the spirit hit me heavy. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to rededicate.
You rededicated. I was going to say, were you a Christian before?
Yeah, but you Christian, you're kid Christian. Like, your mom went to church, so you went to church.
Yeah. God's more like a granddad than
your
father.
Yeah, you saved through your mom. You saved through your grandma. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then, man, so that day, like, but even after I decided to rededicate my life, like, that didn't change. Like, I still had to grow.
Right.
I was one foot in, one foot out, like, coming in on, like, Saturday, just got finished turning up in L.A., and then the next day I'm in church. But, I was there, and Pastor Phil was talking about, hey, so I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna call you up. I feel like you got a song in your heart today. I'm like, Pastor, I just came from the club last night. What are you doing?
You're like, I'm still kind of hungover.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. But the men in that church, man, like I went to a few men fellowships and things like that, and one of the fellas, posed a question like, yo, why don't you do Christian music? And then again, I was just with that question like, nah, I don't got the voice, I don't got the, cause I thought of gospel, I thought of like runs and riffs and all of that stuff that I'm like, can't do that. Yeah. But then I discovered like a lot of dope artists, and some of them are in the room right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Kennis. Yeah. And I was just like, yo, like these guys are making it different. Yep. So.
Yep. And so, how long was your time in LA?
You said how long?
Yeah.
I was there from 2014 to March 2019 this year.
Oh, okay. So you was there for a couple years.
I was there. You planted your roots. I was
the
there.
Whole thing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So just working with that church, man, I decided to join the praise team, and then things started growing. Started going from there, and then I released one of my first projects called AWOL. Okay. Being in attendance to that church. And AWOL, they got the whole mindset of, that whole AWOL, you going AWOL from the troop or whatever, but I acronymed it for another way of living, and I wanted to stand on that as I created every song moving out. That's Lord, dope. Like if I'm gonna make music, then I'm gonna do it to glorify you.
So then, why? Like you're in LA, you're at a great church, everything seems like it's starting to click. You know what I'm saying? Because by the time we met
that was this summer.
That was this summer.
I was already out in
So you
Atlanta.
had already moved to Atlanta.
Already moved, yeah, and I flew out.
But you was already kind of booming. Like I looked at your social numbers. I was like, yo, you verified. Like it seemed like stuff was popping in LA. Why did you choose to again uproot your life and come to Atlanta?
Man, once again, I try as best as I can just to listen to what God's telling me. And top of 18, I woke up and Atlanta was in my spirit. And then
just like that,
management later on, me not mentioning anything to anyone, mentioned Atlanta. I met my now fiance. She was in Atlanta.
Congratulations, you.
Thank you, bro.
Engaged,
thank you, bro.
Right?
10-10-20-20. It's about to go down.
Let's get it.
But yeah, and then there was just different things that happened, and one thing that really sealed it. After I made the decision to say, hey, I'm gonna go, and whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. I went to a worship service, and the pastor pointed me out, prophesied, and mentioned the trip, not knowing me, never met him, and then prayed over me. And at that point, I was like, okay, Lord, like you are sending me to Atlanta for whatever reason, I don't know, but I'm gonna go, because in that message he said that there will be provision for you, and literally since I've been in Atlanta, everything has been provided for me.
That's so dope, bro.
It's crazy.
That's so dope. How do you know that was the voice of God? Because sometimes cats be coming with the God.
The Lord said that.
God the worst is like, God told me you're supposed to be my husband.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
stuff.
Like that's mad toxic.
Well, that goes against who God is, because then God is like, He's not giving you free will. He's actually deciding for you.
Yeah, let's not open that can of worms on this episode, because I'm gonna get some Calvinists in the comments section. Let's not go there.
Okay,
but how do you know when it's the voice of God?
Man, first I feel like, drop my hat. I feel like, well, for me in my experience that year, it was definitely like an inner voice, but also to the way things were going. And me in prayer, asking God to show me. Me in prayer,
So inner voice, prayer, and then paying attention to how things are going.
Exactly. Okay. Like things are just seamlessly without me doing anything. Like without me hustling, bustling, and trying to do whatever. It was just like, okay, I got He didn't lay the whole plan from A to C. Oh no, not sorry, A to G. Let's say that. It was like A, now go to B, B, go to C, and then so forth. And then I found myself in Atlanta, apartment, everything good, everything straight. And then connecting with the people to continue the ministry he gave me. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Even down to like a nice home-cooked meal. Yeah. First flight in, Shorty cooked the meal, was dope. It was good.
There you go. A wife.
Curry.
A wife.
Jerk. Shit got it.
So, man, that's good, bro. And there was a degree of confirmation there.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Like, I didn't just jump out and like, all right, Atlanta's in my spirit, let me go. It was like, okay, even the way I was segued out of LA, like, it was just like, I felt like, you feel like, I think I need to go.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Yeah. There's somebody listening They're feeling that God's revealing something to them.
Yeah.
Praying about it. Maybe since there's some confirmation, but they're fearful to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Maybe it's making a big move. Maybe it's starting a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What advice, like what words of encouragement do you have for them?
What I would say to them is, you know, God's never gonna let you down. You know what I mean? If He's purposed you to do something, if there's something that you're supposed to do and you feel it, like you feel it in the spirit, 'cause you know when it's, just gotta have that trust. And sometimes, you know, talking about trust, some people are like, oh, I don't know how to trust or anything like that. And it's really just seeking the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like really seeking. You draw closer to Him, He draw closer to you.
Yeah.
And He will talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, He's not just gonna leave us.
Yeah. That's good.
So
That's good.
just really tapping into that. I could say.
I would say also, something that helps me is I just play the, like, what's the worst case scenario? You know what I'm saying? Like, you do this thing that you feel like God told you to do. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the worst thing that could happen is not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of what true obedience can mean, and how a relationship, a business, a venture can start and can literally change the trajectory of your life.
Right. I feel like a closed door is not a no; it's just a redirection.
That's good.
So you get to a closed door, like there's something that you got from that closed door. Maybe God closed the door because you wasn't ready to enter it, but on the left side, there's something you need to grab there for the next door He's gonna lead you to. So I always kind of think of it like that, like this is breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's good. That's a bar. Where can they find you? Music? I know you got a bunch of stuff cooking. You be sending me demos all the time. I'm trying to
I got a record
beats.
for you, bro.
Do you?
I got a record for you, bro.
I've been sending this man beats. He won't write to any of my beats, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
Leave him comments.
The queue, bro. I got so much in queue, but it's a blessing.
Okay.
It's a blessing. But I got this record for you. I'm sending it to you tonight.
Okay. Kennis Clark on all platforms.
Yeah, Kennis Clark, Kennis Clark. All platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram, all that stuff.
Dope. Man, I appreciate you for being here, bro.
Hey,
Thank
for
you so
sure.
much. Make sure y'all follow him. Check out his music. Like, y'all should know, I don't be having trash people on this joint. Like, there's no, like, we're homies, so I'm gonna let you come on. Like, anybody I put in front of y'all is dope. You guys may have not heard of Kennis yet, but I promise you this brother's dope. Apparently, we got a record coming together very soon. And so make sure y'all stay locked in. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
Amen.